If you're a content creator or you run a business online, you know the feeling. The visual content game, it's a grind. There's this constant demand for incredible thumbnails, banners, and posts. But what if I told you there's a way to go from that daily grind to instant genius? Today, we're going to break down how AI is completely flipping the script on how we create visuals for social media. All right, let's get into it.
So, does this sound familiar? You pour your heart into creating an amazing video or a blog post, and then bam, the pressure's on to make the perfect visual so people actually click on it. It can feel like a whole separate full-time job, right? If you're nodding along right now, trust me, you are not alone.
For the longest time, this was our reality. On one side, you've got manual design. You know, it's slow, it can get really expensive, and you pretty much needed to be a pro to get good results. But now we have AI generation. We're talking instant results. It's incredibly affordable and accessible. And honestly, this is the best part. You need literally zero design experience. And that, right there, is the huge shift we're talking about today.
So here's our game plan. First, we'll tackle what I'm calling the visual content dilemma. Then, I'll introduce you to your AI design assistant. After that, we get hands-on with writing prompts that work. From there, we'll look at scaling up your content, and finally, we'll wrap up with reaping the AI rewards.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the visual content dilemma. This is all about that daily battle, you know? The grind of trying to make visuals that actually stop people from scrolling and get them to pay attention.
And let's be real, this demand is everywhere you look. You need killer YouTube thumbnails just to stand a chance. You need TikTok and Reels covers that make people want to tap. You need those sharp, professional LinkedIn banners. And you need a never-ending stream of Instagram and Facebook posts to keep your brand looking sharp and consistent. It's a lot.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk about the solution. Welcome to Section 2, your AI design assistant. This is the fast, affordable tool that is just, well, it's a complete game changer for creators.
So what is this magic we're actually talking about? Well, AI image generation is basically a technology that lets anyone, and I really do mean anyone, create these amazing pro-level visuals in just a few minutes. All it takes are simple text descriptions, which we call prompts.
And the impact isn't just about saving time. Let's talk about money. If you're a creator making, say, 20 videos a month, hiring a designer just for your thumbnails could easily set you back $500 to $1,000. With AI, that cost just disappears. That is real cash back in your pocket every single month.
Okay, this brings us to the most important question. This sounds awesome, but how do I actually do it? Well, you're in luck. Section 3 is all about writing prompts that actually work. Think of this as your step-by-step guide. It really just boils down to 3 simple steps. First, you have to define your goal. Are you making a thumbnail, a banner, a post? Then step 2, you add your style and mood. You want something cinematic, bold colors, a vintage feel? Tell the AI. And finally, step 3, you specify the composition. This is where you say, hey, I need some empty space on the right for text, or make sure the main subject is front and center.
Let's look at a real-world prompt to see how this comes together. A smiling young woman holding a book, that's our subject. In front of a cozy library background, that's our setting. Cinematic lighting, bright colors, there's our style and mood. And then text space for title, that's our composition. See, every single part of that prompt maps right back to those 3 steps. It's that simple.
The secret sauce here really is being specific. The more descriptive adjectives you use, the closer you're going to get to the exact look you're picturing in your head. I mean, think about a cooking channel, right? They might specify things like warm natural lighting and vibrant colors in all their prompts, and by doing that, every single thumbnail looks like it belongs to them. That's how you build a consistent brand that people recognize instantly.
So, making one awesome image is great, but what about when you need visuals for a whole campaign? Let's move on to Section 4 and talk about how to scale this whole process up.
So, you want to work smarter, not harder? Here are some pro tips. You can batch generate all your visuals for every platform in one go. You can even use other AI tools like ChatGPT to help you brainstorm better prompts. Another great one is to look at your past posts that did really well, figure out the style, and then use that to inform your new prompts. And if you're a data nerd like me, you can generate a few variations to A/B test and see what your audience really loves.
And trust me, that kind of analysis really pays off. When you start refining your prompts based on what's actually working, the results are real. We're seeing businesses get a 15 to 20% boost in their click-through rates. That is a massive jump in engagement, and it all comes from just writing smarter prompts.
To put that into perspective for you, think about this. An influencer can create a whole set of branded visuals, we're talking Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, the whole shebang, in less than 90 minutes. Doing that manually would take days. That doesn't just save you a little time, it literally gives you days of your life back to focus on creating great content. It's insane.
Which leads us perfectly into our final section, reaping the AI rewards. Let's wrap this all up and look at the real, tangible benefits this brings to you and your brand.
When you really boil it down, it comes down to 5 huge benefits. You've got massive time and cost savings. We've talked a lot about that. You get rock-solid brand consistency across every platform. You get total creative freedom to try out any style you can dream up. And finally, you get improved engagement because your visuals are more eye-catching and optimized.
And this isn't just theory. Here's a real-world case. An online course creator started using AI to get a consistent, professional look for all their content on YouTube and LinkedIn. And the result? Yeah, they saved a ton of time and money. But more importantly, they saw their course signups go up. That is a direct impact on the bottom line.
Now, if you're thinking, I want to get going on this like yesterday, there's a bit of a shortcut. You can use pre-made, tested prompts from different online resources, like AIVisualsLab.com. It just helps you cut down on that initial trial and error phase and get to those amazing results way faster.
So as we wrap up here, let me just leave you with 3 final tips for getting the best results. Number 1, always tell the AI what platform and size you're designing for. Number 2, be super clear about your subjects, your colors, your composition. And number 3, experiment. Have fun with it. Test out different prompts and see what works.
At the end of the day, this technology has basically put the power of a professional designer into the hands of anyone who wants it. Design has been democratized. So the only question left is, what are you going to create?